What's up guys, I'm back like I never left. In this video, we're going to be talking about the major companies that are going to be reporting earnings for next week. We're going to go over companies like NIO, Nvidia. We're going to go exactly what is the expected mood for the earnings for these specific companies. I'm also going to be doing a quick stock market recap and what are the important things we'll be watching out for this upcoming week. So make sure you stay tuned. Now let's get right into the video. Before we get into the video, I would appreciate if you can hit the like button. If you have any questions or any comments, make sure you drop in the comment section below. So last week we finished Friday with a very fantastic bullish day. As you can see, the majority of the sectors, almost all of them, are to the upside. Like literally, like all of them are green, which is great to see. And you got the energy sector which recovered significantly. It was selling off to the downside. But this is one of the sectors that have been performing really well for the past few months. That's really fantastic because it's having a really rough year in 2020 and it's starting to recover a little bit. We also have the banks and also some major companies that are going to be reporting earnings for this upcoming week, like Nvidia, which sold off a little bit. And also we got Netflix, which was down. And one of the important things I'm going to be keeping an eye on for the overall stock market is, of course, the coronavirus cases are really rising a lot. In the US, it's record numbers all around different states. And some states are also taking precautions and providing restrictions on some of the locations where the COVID cases are spiking. So we need to be super aware of that, and any kind of thing that can negatively affect the stock market, of course, is going to be if there's going to be national lockdown, but that's not going to be possible unless the things get super worse in the next coming weeks and next coming months, so keep an eye on for that specific information. The stock market can definitely react in spite of that. So the other important thing that we need to be watching out for next week is we have a lot of companies that are going to be reporting earnings. We got companies like for Monday, before market opening, we got Tyson Foods going to be reporting earnings. After hours, we got Smile. And also on Tuesday, the favorite stock currently right now that's trending a lot is NIO. It's going to be reporting earnings after hours. And also before market open, we got Walmart, Home Depot. And for Wednesday, we got before market open, we got Target, Lowe's. And after the market close, we got Nvidia. And also on Thursday, we have Workday and Ross after market close, and we also have on Friday Foot Locker going to be reporting earnings before market open. So definitely keep an eye on these companies. I'm going to go over the top 2 stocks we need to be watching out for. Of course, I'm going to cover NIO, and I'm also going to be covering Nvidia. So we're also going to be talking about Lankading Holdings and some other stocks that you guys wanted me to make video about. So I'm going to cover those specific companies coming up. So now let's look at exactly what is the expected move for Nvidia stock. Nvidia stock almost hit 52-week highs over here. Initially broke out over here, but it pulled back all the way down to close to $500. The expected move for their earnings for this specific company is around a 7% move, either to the upside or within that range. So their expected move is going to be $40. So you can expect the stock to be trading right around over here if it decides to move all the way up, and it's going to be close to the 52-week high, or it could potentially go below the $500 mark, which is a support area right over here. So definitely keep an eye on it. This is in the semiconductor sector. They've been pretty hot in spite of the elections, of course. Biden is supposedly going to be winning the elections, and we still have to wait till January. There's still a lot of things that's going on right now that is uncertain, but of course it seems like it's finalized, but we don't know what could potentially happen within the next few months to come. So in spite of that, the semiconductor stocks rallied significantly to the upside, and that is one of the things that we saw over here. And then we had a slight pullback. So we'll see. It's going to be super volatile for the next coming days, especially when they report their earnings on Wednesday after hours. This company can also have an impact on other companies like AMD and the other major semiconductor companies. So definitely keep an eye on this company and also the sector. So now let's talk about NIO Stock. Now NIO Stock, has been getting a lot of headlines. A short seller hit piece came out on Friday. The stock had a really massive range of $10. It hit from 54 all the way down to 41, and that is a huge day in the history of NIO, basically. So also there's been more positive news that came out for NIO stock. As you can see, the largest U.S. pension bought up EV stocks like Nikola and NIO and Zoom. And also some other hedge funds, big hedge funds, are buying into NIO. That's why you see the stock price significantly go up. When you look at the float of NIO, it's into billions. So you need these big hedge funds, this big US pensions, to come in and to buy it, so that you're able to see this huge significant move to the upside, because it's moving as if there was a low float stock. This is a very big float stock, more than 1 billion shares available, and the stock just keeps going up and up, so that is one of the things that you need to be watching out for. So it's really great. It's not going to be manipulative that much. Instead of when you look at a low float company, if it's like a penny stock, usually if there's not a lot of shares available, the stock price can fluctuate up and down a lot. But for the stock to really drastically significantly move up, just like in NIO case, you need a lot of money to flow in, like this big large US pensions, a lot of hedge funds buying it so it can go up. So it's going to take more time for them to sell off gradually. So we might see the price of NIO stabilize. The lowest I think it could possibly go is like close to $35 or like $30. But you never know. That's like the worst case scenario. But I think it can definitely stabilize within that price range, because you need this huge people that bought in to sell out for the stock to eventually crash all the way down. So that is one of the positive things that is coming out for NIO stock. You got this huge hedge funds and US pensions buying into this company. So now let's talk about the expected earnings move for NIO stocks. It's expected to move more than 10%. So you expect the stock to be trading above $50, or it could potentially go below the $40 area. It can come to $35, $30 area. So expect a very huge day for NIO. Of course, it can just stay within that range, which is less than 10% for that earnings day. But we might see a continuation sell-off either to the downside or to the upside. So it's going to be super volatile for NIO and the other EV companies. They seem to be trending similarly, just like Li Auto and also xpeng stock. There's 3 Chinese companies. They've been trading simultaneously when they continues to rally together, and also on Friday they sold off exactly as NIO started to sell out to the downside. So keep an eye on it if you're somebody that's involved in these 3 companies in general. So now let's talk about the other companies that you guys requested for me to make a video about, which is going to be LCA Holdings. LCA Holdings is currently trading at $13.29. As you can see, it found a base, it double bottomed over here at around $11. So that is great to see, because it retested the support area right around over here and it bounced back up. Right now sitting above $13. That's great to see. Their merger is definitely going to be coming up pretty soon. So that is one of the positive things that we expect for this company. And we might see some potential rally to the upside expected to happen in the future, because it's really been beaten down to the downside right now. And if you want to get involved in it right now, it's actually great. You can definitely use the support area about 11. But however, if you got involved in it right around over here, or $15 and $16, you still have to wait for the stock to recover. And this company has really great, it's profitable. When you look at the balance sheet, like this is a great company in the long term. So even though right now in the short term it doesn't look that attractive right now for people, when you look at the chart, if you're somebody that wants to buy the dip, this is a great opportunity. Even Kramer said, this is a good company. Doesn't want to bet against the CEO of the company. So this is a great company if you want to be patient and wait for it for the long term, because it can definitely be a contender for DraftKings. DraftKings is performing very well. It was a SPAC company that did a reverse merger, and they're doing pretty well. So just have to be patient with this company, give it some time. And as you can see, it found a bottom over here, which is $11. So getting involved in it right now is not going to really hurt. It's really close to the bottom. So if it was close to the 52-week high, maybe, but right now it's close to the lows over here. So it's actually a great entry price point. Good risk to reward. It could potentially go to 11. You can cut your losses if it goes to $11, but the upside is, of course, at minimum, it can go to like $19 and make a new 52-week high. So for the long term, so be patient with this company, of course. So that is going to be the main things you need to be watching out for these 3 companies this upcoming week. And if you have any questions, any comments, sure drop in the comment section below. And if you want to join the Discord chat or sign up for Webull, you get 3 free stocks. Or you can join the Patreon page too. The link's available in the description box below. Make sure you manage your risk and watch out, because the COVID cases are rising a lot across the states. You never know what the stock market is going to be doing, especially when these lockdowns start to happen across the states, if lockdowns happen, So, but I catch you guys on tomorrow's video. Let's get it. Have a wonderful day.